sue him. They need to sue his campaign. They need to sue his lawyers, and they need to sue the right-wing media because they are slandering legal voters. They are slandering.
You're very severely mentally impaired. Obviously,
they are committing a crime.
So am I committing a crime?
Really what election fraud is.
Am I committing a crime?
Legal votes without
Mike, take your pills.
Evidence.
Try to learn how to without any evidence. See, you guys keep saying
evidence.
Stop talking.
There's
Stop talking.
No evidence.
You're mentally.
It was brought up in court. It was shot down.
You're going to keep saying. You're going to keep saying the same thing over and over again because your brain doesn't work as designed.
Those lawyers should be.
All right, Mike, we got to turn Mike down because they're all mentally. Mike, you're a mental case, and you're a typical liberal. I'm sorry to say. He's still talking, no doubt. You say without evidence. I've been sitting here talking about the more than 1,000 affidavits, the under oath testimony from eyewitnesses in Pennsylvania, in Michigan, in Wisconsin, in Georgia, in Nevada. And you continue to say there's no evidence. Now, I think you must be the guy at the Defense Intelligence Agency that gave us that WMDs in Iraq thing. Was that you, Mike? Let's go. Mike, was that you that gave us the...
Everyone who signed it...
See, he's still talking. See, he's still talking. This is why they don't learn anything, because he doesn't even know that I'm talking. They're mentally... well, you can't really use the accurate term anymore. But, Mike, what about the 1,000 affidavits?
See,
he's still talking. He hasn't heard a thing.
When they send.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to audio. That's your typical Democrat today. There is no evidence. They're a lynch mob, and the Democrats are the party of lynching people. Just by the way, it's part of their proud history as a Democrat party. President Trump with Brad Raffensperger.
So look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state.
Because we won the state. Now, throughout this, he's establishing that he believes that they won the state. He believes that he won the state. Now, again, that's the Washington Post in the headline put the word "find" in quotation marks, because that's the big sinister quote that they're seizing on there. For us, it's a soundbite or a cut. In the newspaper, it's a quote. And this is what they're claiming. That soundbite that you just listened to is what the Washington Post and the other phony, corrupt news media are pretending is a terrible and heinous act that is worse than Watergate and impeachable and all this insane, and it's, what else is it? It's treason and it's all this other stuff. President Trump and Brad Raffensperger.
So tell me, Brad, what are we going to do? We won the election, and it's not fair to take it away from us like that.
Fair.
And it's going to be very costly.
Why didn't they put the word fair in quotation marks?
I think you have to say that you're going to re-examine it, and you can re-examine it, but re-examine it with people that want to find answers, not people that don't want to find answers.
Good idea. How about re-examine?
I'm hearing Ryan, and he's probably, I'm sure, a great lawyer and everything, but he's making statements about those ballots that he doesn't know. But he's making it with such, he did make them with surety, but now I think he's less sure, because the answer is they all went to Biden. And that alone wins us the election by a lot.
Mr. President, you have people that submit information, and we have our people that submit information, and then it comes before the court, and the court then has to make a determination. We have to stand by our numbers. We believe our numbers are right.
Oh, well, that's the issue then, isn't it? That's what's being contested, and that's what needs to be litigated, and that's what needs to be investigated, and that's what needs to be resolved to the satisfaction of all parties involved. Some audio from the phone call the president made to Brad Raffensperger saying, hey, do the right thing here. The president is saying, do the right thing. We know that there's corruption. Just expose the corruption. Reveal the corruption. Let's look at the real vote. I'm sure the Republican lost Georgia in 2020 to Joe Biden, who never campaigned, when not a single Republican lost a House seat in Georgia, and then there's this the complications with the Senate. But here's a piece of the conversation that was then dishonestly, corruptly politically and in a sinister way leaked to the president's political enemies, the Washington Post, New York Times, same thing, and knowing that it would be used against him. So you know that, I mean, he's a confirmed anti-Trump saboteur at this point. Brad Raffensperger appears to be. It hasn't been established in court, but it certainly, all indicators are that he's the villain here.
We have won this election in Georgia based on all of this, and there's nothing wrong with saying that, Brad. You know, I mean, having a correct. The people of Georgia are angry, and these numbers are going to be repeated on Monday night, along with others that we're going to have by that time, which are much more substantial even. And the people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry, and there's nothing wrong with saying that. You know, that you've recalculated.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
The data you have is wrong. Well, they disagree, and that's the point of disagreement. The Washington Post doesn't really get into that. The Washington Post doesn't have the headline, "We won this election in Georgia." He doesn't. That's not the lead. They just have the word "find" in quotation marks. Brad Raffensperger is a classic anti-Trump, never Trump rhino. The president, I mean, again, he's saying he believes that they won, and he wants justice to be done. But the corrupt Washington Post and Dr. Evil and this hack Amy Gardner at the Washington Post begging and threatening on 1 hour call, and it's the news media between the Post and NBC. Some say he begged, some say he threatened President Trump.
Do you think it's possible that they shredded ballots in Fulton County? Because that's what the rumor is. And also that Dominion took out machines. That Dominion is really moving fast to get rid of their...
Are these not legitimate questions?
Machinery. Do you know anything about that?
The Post is not on the job.
Because that's illegal.
This is Ryan Germany. No, Dominion has not moved any machinery out of Fulton County. We're having...
Well, but if they moved, have they
County.
moved
Narrow
the
answer.
inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts?
No.
He doesn't know.
You sure, Brian?
I'm sure.
I'm sure. He's sure. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. And he's lazy, and you can hear him rolling his eyes and making faces at his friends. And they know that they're recording this, and they know that they're going to hand it over to his political enemies. Right?